Hey guys, I'm RiggyRob, and welcome back to Pentiment. So, last time we did a bit more digging, and we found out a bit more information about our two possible suspects. Prior Ferenc is at risk of the Baron throwing him out of the Abbey, and Matilda was assaulted by the Baron, and had to leave the convent for a little while, and it was covered up by Mother Cecilia. So those are our two main suspects. Now, we did have a bit of an issue with Gerhard's grave. We think something has been hidden because it's been recently disturbed. However, we failed two opportunities to try and dig things up. So one was convincing the Father Gurnet, the other was convincing Volkbert, who seems to be a minor character we've not seen before, and that would have been the easier option. But we do have a third option of going with Otto. And it does feel like that's a very key thing to get right, because otherwise they would not give you three opportunities to get it right in the first place. So, that's going to be the goal, is to try and... sorry, I just need to adjust this a little bit. To try and get the grave disturbed, exhumed, and to see what's been hidden there. Another thing that I didn't actually remember is we are currently in Chapter 1, The Baron. So, assuming that this game has, you know, a 3-act structure, there may be 3 chapters, I don't know. There is still a lot more to do. So obviously we're on a deadline to get the evidence before the Archdeacon arrives, but there will be more of the game to do after that. And I think another thing that's a key thing to keep in mind is, this game has been rewritten as we're playing. Like, we put Andreas' backstory together as we've gone along. So there may not even be a real ending as such. We may have to decide what the ending actually is. So, let's evaluate where we are in our journal. So, obviously the main quest is the Archdeacon's investigation. He will be gathering evidence about the murder and interrogating those others with information. Stonemason's anger. I should talk with Lucky to see what he was arguing about with the Baron. The widow's curse. So Attilia has a broken cane from her late husband, but she ended up cursing the Baron. Occult hand. So this is the thing that we were talking about with Prior Ferenc. And yes, Ferenc's cipher said, "Hi Gerhard. Here lies Gerhard." We need Otto to help with that. And then, yes, also Cecilia talked to us about Matilda. I need to decide what to do with the information. So, other than that, I think we're pretty free with what we can do. I mean, let's have a look, see. If we go to the maps, yes, the cemetery, you can see the magnifying glass is the investigation thing, and we need Otto to help with that. What else? Yes, the Bauers, yes, Franz Bauer, Johann Bauer, and then Midwife. So yeah, another interesting thing we found out is Matthew and Rudiger were having a bit of an affair. We were sneaking in the library late at night through the crypt, and we saw them having a little bit of a hanky-panky. And then Matthew tried to bring it up once we passed them in the refectory. And it was like, do you really want to talk about this? Is that what you really want to do? Because I was just going to leave it be, not mention it again. I forget, did I talk to Klaus recently? Okay, it doesn't matter. Never mind. So yeah, we're going to try and find Lucky, then we're going to try and find Otto, and then we'll see what else after that. Hello, Andreas. Something you need? How are you doing, Lucky? We don't talk much. Andreas, I have things to do. Father Thomas needs me to help out at the church. After that, I'm going fishing with old Otto. So if you don't need me to repair a wall or a fallen chimney, then leave me be. I can see you're busy, so I'll keep it brief. I'd hope to ask you a few questions about Baron Rothvogel. No. No, but it'll only take a moment. Why not? I don't want to. You're a grown man. That should be reason enough for you. I saw you shouting at the Baron when he arrived in Tassing. What was that about? Get it through your pebble-stuffed head. I'm not talking about the Rothvogel. I don't understand why you're being so reticent. Alright, I won't press you. I kind of need to press him a little bit more about this. I'm trying to work and you're distracting me. Leave me in peace. He was not being forthright with me and he seems eager to get away. If I wait here, maybe he'll leave and I can observe his actions. But should I do it now? It will probably take a while. I'll observe Lucky later. Because I need the grave to be exhumed. It is very important that that happens. So if that's the case, then Zimmerman House is around the way. So I need to go around. Okay. I mean, assuming that's where Otto is, actually. Because then we can have the, you know, the discussion with young Otto and talk about old Otto and what Lucky are doing. Let's see. Yeah, we talked to Seth, but he didn't have much to offer, I don't think. Try this. Oh, there's Otto. Need to talk to him there. Alright. And also, last time we shared a meal with Sepat and the rest of the town. Otto. Hey, Andreas. Oh. Huh. Is it old Otto? I may need to convince Brother Volkbert to dig the grave, or maybe Otto Zimmerman would be willing to help. Okay. It doesn't say who. Right. Let's have a look-see. I'm assuming it is Otto. Young Otto. Yeah, we need to keep going. Oh yes, we also met, we met, a guy in the woods as well. Otto Zimmerman. Town carpenter, son of old Otto. Known for his dislike of the Abbey, especially Father Gernot. Okay. So, old Otto. Alright, so he's had a stroke. He lives next to the countdown. Alright, so I'm just doing this just to confirm, but it's not old Otto that they're referring to there. It's young Otto. Yeah, because he's not even here. Okay. The Lucky thing seems like it will take time, and that means I don't have any time to do anything else, so I will talk to the widow. Or at least someone who has something to do with the widow. I look forward to suing you. Yes, seeing me, actually. Brigitte. I would wish you a good day, Andreas, but I fear that would be a lie. The Baron Rothvogel... has something happened? Martin's gone missing. Ah, yes. Cat is beside herself. Yes, we know. I saw him fleeing the Abbey Thursday morning, right after Baron Rothvogel was murdered. But not you. I'm sorry to hear it. Do you know where he's gone? Not you? I'm very worried for him, but this is not the first time he's run off. He said he wasn't feeling well this morning, and I just knew he had another scheme planned. I'm sure his mother knows where he is. He speaks more to her than he does to me. Even though I am his wife. I'm sorry, they've always been close, they have to be to endure, well. Perhaps, friends, yeah, well, I've already done this. That might be best. I should probably get back to my chores. Franz will be a bit angry if he sees me shirking. Or talking to an unmarried man. Of course, God willing, Martin will come home soon. Yes, hopefully. He will, I must trust in Providence. Be well, Andreas. Be well, Brigitte. Okay. So, do you know anything new? No. And yes, the spinning bee, where all of the women of the town gather. So apparently that would be a good place to get some gossip, but who knows? Let's see this. Yes. Alright. Last time I checked, Attilia didn't have anything new about the cane. Well, if it's the late Baron's new best friend. Nice to see you too, Attilia. Afternoon, I'm glad to find you in such a good mood. Nice to see you too, I guess? Ah, sarcasm, how original. What do you want? You started the sarcasm! You must be bothering me for something. I wanted to ask you questions about Lawrence Lothro's murder. We've never really talked. I thought time to get... No, she doesn't care. This. Not the first time Perchta answered my call. You want to know what I think? I'm glad he's dead. I hope whoever killed him gets the abbot next. Maybe burns the entire abbey to the ground. And that's all I have to say about it. What did the Baron do to earn your ire? Has the abbot crushed you somehow? The life of an innocent man is at stake. One of the elderly brothers. Can't you spare me a few minutes? Does she know Piero? This one. You think I care about what happens to some old monk? Ha! Idiot. Kill them all, see if I care. Every agent of the church should die. Where is this anger coming from? Is it something I can help with? You shouldn't talk about the church like that. You could bring inquisitors down on Tassing. Where's the anger coming from? No. Well, maybe. Don't suppose those skinny arms of yours can hold more than a paintbrush? I'm not so strong as Otto, but I can lift things and reach high places if that's what you need. Are you asking me to do your chores? What do you need? Not often someone offers to help out old Attilia. Fine, you do some things for me, maybe it'll jog my memory. But it's going to take a while. Lots of things have been building up, things I'm too old to do. You got some place to be? I do, actually, but I'll be back later. Sure you will. That's what they always say. Don't let the door hit your ass on the way back. Yeah, well. I feel like it would be more useful knowing what Lucky was about than what Attilia was about. Right. Okay, so this last step here for the Baron and Nun, it's just deciding what to do with it. There's nothing else to actually do. Then the Widow's Curse is what we just did. Lucky is there, and Archdeacon is just saying there is stuff to do. Okay. Alright, there is something to do at Johann Bauer, though. So let's have a look at Johann Bauer's farm. Alright. Veronica? I'll see you at the spinning bee, Andreas. Oh yes, we also saw Hedy and Veronica having a skinny dip. I better see that skinny bottom of yours at the bee, Andreas. Johann. Andreas was just wondering when you'd turn up. The gaggle said you'd come watch them spin. Between you and me, Hedy's not about to let you go when she's got you in her claws. So we've got a few hours to hunker down and get comfortable. Maybe another day? I'm not about to twist your arm, young Master Maler, but you should be to come round before Sunday. Okay, well... Sunday. I kind of wish there was a timeline. Also, there's a lot more pages to fill in here. But I guess if we're in fact in Chapter 1, then the next 2 spots will be Chapter 2, then the last one will be the final act, Chapter 3. Okay, I just want to check who Hedy is, actually. Oh, Hedy, here we go. Hedwig, wife of Johann Bauer, mother of Veronica and Hans. Townsfolk would like Hedy, but she is known for being loud and brash and drinking too much, which makes her louder and even more brash. Okay. Yes. Alright, and then Veronica. Veronica. Veronica, daughter of Johann and Hedy Bauer, sister of Hans, close friends with Brigitte. Yes, it was Brigitte and Veronica, not Hedy and Veronica. Okay, and then Volkbert, yeah. Unfortunately, we have not been able to convince Volkbert, so... I mean, it's weird, because it doesn't actually say that it's been crossed out. Compared to the other quests we've had, they've crossed them out. Oh, here we go, we've got more things, okay. So, notes on Sister Matilda. She says that she used the shovel to kill rabbits in the convent garden. So we think the cause of death of the Baron is a single blow to the head with about the force of a fist. And I said that St. Moritz should be a fist, right? A shovel could be about the same as well, actually. So it's possible that's the murder weapon, but I think I need the grave exhumed to see if there's anything else in there. So the women meet at Johann Bauer's house. Is it better to know about the gossip of the town, or to figure out what Lucky was angry about? Let's do the spinning bee. We're here now. We'll do the spinning bee. If we get a chat... I could learn something... I suppose the problem is it only today? Like, if I wait, I'll lose my opportunity to do the spinning bee. No, I think... Despite the altercation that Lucky had, knowing who has a grudge against the Baron, other than just Lucky, would be more useful. So, let's do the spinning bee. Yes. A few hours. I'm happy to spare a few hours. Hedy will be glad to hear it. She's got a fondness for you, heaven knows why. Now, I can't let you inside among the unmarried girls, being unmarried yourself. But you're welcome to watch through one of the windows. You don't need to worry about me. Good. Nothing matters more for a young woman than her reputation, and Ava and Veronica won't be getting a poor one on my watch. Ava? Have we seen Ava before? That idiot never... What? Huh? Right. See, the thing is that I'm trying to read things, but then things get rewritten. But this is a bit weird about me leaning through the window to overhear them talking. Well, anyway. That idiot never did see trouble. He didn't want to jump in feet first. Oh, yes. Also, another thing I remembered. The children were playing in the salt mine. Or near the salt mine, at least. So there's something going on there as well. You don't think he's gone to Innsbruck? Oh, they're talking about Martin. Yes. Keep listening. God, no. Innsbruck's got to be small time to the little shit now. You think he has something more exciting in mind? Oh, Ursula, can you give us notes? It's a big world. Perhaps he intends to explore it or escape. That nobleman the nobleman was just murdered up at the Abbey. Yeah, they're gonna say it was Martin. I don't think Martin's capable. He's too lazy. Martin picked up an awfully convenient time to run off. Oh yeah, so as you probably can't tell, the webcam is covering Andreas leaning through the window, listening into the conversation. Oh lord. Andreas was friends with the nobleman. Do you think Martin could have, you know... What motivation could Martin have possibly had? I'm not ruling anyone out just yet. I don't think it's appropriate for me to discuss. What could he have had? Yeah, why? It's not our place to say. Martin has a nasty little habit. He's gotten better. Once a thief, always a thief, I say. I saw Martin running away from the Abbey the morning Lawrence was killed. So this is me interjecting the gossip for them to spread later on. Martin might be a thief, but I don't think he's a murderer. He's a coward at heart. You think it takes a brave man to commit a murder? Not a brave man, but a bold one, and Martin is not that. Here's your problem, Cat. What do you think? Could he have killed that man? No. This is a matter best left to the proper authorities, not a spinning bee. Imagine being tried by a gaggle of peasant women. That's unkind, Johann. It's the truth, isn't it? Doesn't matter if it hurts our feelings. Or your feelings. She's right, Johann, you're being unfair. This could go poorly if he feels like I'm disrespecting him in his own house. I'm gonna have to say nothing. I'd like to defend Ava, but... Andreas, if you're just gonna stand around, how about I put you to work? If you're gonna gossip with the girls, you might as well spin with them too. Sorry, I believe you said I couldn't come in. How does this work? Draft wool from the distaff and twist it tight, then spin the tight yarn onto the spindle. Once there's enough yarn on the spindle, collect it at the bottom and begin again. Draft, twist, spin, collect, repeat. You'll figure it out. So, draft, spin. Oh, okay. Draft. Oh, right, I see. Spin, 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 spin. Okay. I'm trying to think, like... So you want it to be super loose? And in fact, the game is highlighting the hand to do. So, spin. And and then collect. I've got it. Oh, he's done it on the outside. Okay. You know, I saw Big George talking to that nun again. Ooh. The young one. Ah. Huh, who can blame him? God damn it, Johann. He knows she's trouble. I've told him to stay away. She's very pretty, isn't she? In a mean way? Pretty, perhaps, but a nun all the same. He knows better. When has that ever stopped Big George from doing anything? We have plenty of pretty girls here in town. How many of them are married, though? My Veronica's not half bad. Mom! Let's not give Andreas any ideas, eh? So a draft, 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 spin, spin, spin. Draft, 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 spin, spin, spin. Collect. Brigitta's been spending a lot of time at her mother's house lately. Agnes is glad to have her home, and Lucky's always trusted her like a daughter, or treated her like a daughter, but I can tell they're concerned. Alright, Agnes. I don't think I've spoken to Agnes yet. Are Brigitta and Martin having trouble, Veronica? That's one word for it. Brigitta does what she can, but nothing pleases Martin. He won't lift a finger for her or Wolf. He's such an asshole. Well, that's not his business, is it? Women's work and all that? Johan. You ever seen him doing much men's work, Dad? Got you there. Can't say I've ever seen him do much work at all. Perhaps Lucky can talk some sense into Martin. He's always been a devoted husband and father. Lucky Steiner is the model of what a man should be. Okay. So we have some insight into Lucky, at least. So if we can still do that following him thing, then, yeah. Ah, Otto! Is everyone behaving themselves in here? Oh, it's you. Afternoon, Otto. Come to see anyone special? Hello, Otto. It's good to see you. I heard laughing from the road and knew you all had to be up to no good in here. And look, there's Andreas. Have you been minding your manners? Old Johan here's a real stickler for propriety. I fear I've been yoked to the wheel of propriety my entire life. Just learning a new skill, Otto. Nothing nefarious here. I've mostly been listening, actually. New skill. It's true. He's been a perfect gentleman. Maybe that's why he's not married. Otto, be nice. Too much time with those books, not enough time working. We all know you work hard in the field, Johan. No need to boast. He works hard in other places. Ho 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 ho, Eddie. Mom. You've been in town a few months, Andreas. Got any burning questions you've been meaning to ask? Ooh. Kiersau Abbey about Tassing. Okay. These people aren't going to know about stuff in the Abbey, though, because they're not part of it. I'd like to know more about the Abbey, but I don't think they can answer those questions. But maybe it'd be good to get an external party's view. Clara mentioned the abbot has suddenly started raising taxes. Raising them and changing their terms, yes. When Father Matthias was the abbot, he would let us pay a portion of our taxes and crops. Naturally, the shit-for-brains abbot put an end to that this year. Even if our crops fail or produce less than we'd like, we still owe the abbey for the use of the land. It doesn't make any sense. How can he raise our taxes when the price for our grain does not rise too? Where does he think the money comes from? He doesn't think about the common folk at all. If it's not his abbey, it's not his problem. What about the miller? Doesn't he have some hard part to play in that? It isn't his problem. He's the abbot, not the mayor. Who is the mayor? What about the miller? Leonard drives a hard bargain. He won't give us a better deal just because the abbot raises our taxes. What we need is access to more land. Trying to bargain with Leonard won't get us that. Leonard is not a kind man. He does not negotiate. He might if you carry a lot of debt, but his bargains are cruel. We pay him even before the abbot, though. I'm not sure why. Good. I have nothing Christian to say about Leonard Miller, so I will say nothing at all. Or Leonard Muller. Except that I hope he falls into a fast-moving river during a flood and dashes his brain on the rocks. Wow. Jesus Christ, Teddy. Can we talk about something else? Come on, Andreas. Surely you've got better questions than that. About Tassing. Do you see much of the monks and nuns in town? The anchoress in the church. Do you know much about her? Have you been weathering a storm? The anchoress in the church. Yes, because she's technically in the town. Oh, Sister Amelie. Yes. You know her, Veronica. We're not dear friends or anything, but sometimes she has these fits, you know? And if Father Thomas isn't there and I have time, I'll wait with her until he arrives. Since when? I didn't know anything about this. Ah, and here I thought you had just adored the church building. You're so funny, Veronica. Don't make it sound weird. She's nice and someone should be there when she's in pain, that's all. Father Thomas told me she receives visions from God. The life of an anchoress is difficult and can be quite lonely. I'm sure she appreciates the company. Father Thomas has reprimanded me for speaking to her. I'm surprised he hasn't done the same to you, Veronica. Oh, I just make sure he doesn't know. Blood sacrament! What have I told you about disrespecting the father? Will you stop your cursing, woman? No! She's been in Tassing for near on a decade, hasn't she? Since I was a girl, certainly. We've grown up with her in a way. The woman in the maze. It's like something from a tale of knights and monsters. She's trapped in a box. I don't think there's anything romantic about that. Aren't you a little know-it-all? I didn't realize you were an expert. I don't know about you girls, but I'm sick of this wall. I'm sure we've all got other chores to get to. I'm glad to have that over with. Now I don't have to think about wool for a whole year. Oh, I was having such a nice time. I certainly learned a lot. Care for an escort home, Ava? I'd like that, yes. I expect everyone will be on their best behavior going home. They always are. Johann, please. Andreas, will I see you home for supper? I have something to take care of before, but I'll try to make it. That was very illuminating. Thank you all for letting me join you. Thank you for the invitation. Certainly an educational experience. Thank you all for teaching me. Thanks for coming by, Andreas. Come back anytime. Unless you come on Abbey business. Don't threaten him with a good time, Johann. Vespers. Okay.